Oh, the great school. Phenomenal, really, isn't it? Well, of course it is. It is a house of knowledge, of intelligence, of meeting, of greatness. What else did you thought when you waked up at 6 a.m. in the morning, ready for school with all the energy you've got sleeping your 4 hours because you went to bed at 2 a.m. playing Leech all night? But knew very well that with 4 hours of sleep, you couldn't comprehend and absorb all the important knowledge they were to give you at the next day in school. All this knowledge gone, wasted. Why did I do that? You ask yourself. Why did I failed in receiving the greatest opportunity of my life? You thought probably, how else would I get that one sales job or that application to be an astronaut? Without knowing why Abraham Lincoln scratched his ballsack in the year 1864 on the 20th December and what impact that had on the world. You knew you couldn't become an astronaut anymore, so what other choice had you left? It was obvious. The only other way to go, as you know, is a construction worker. And what opportunity you've got with that? Not many. You basically go to work and go home after the work, just like basically any other job too, but with lower pay. But hey, at least you weren't a YouTuber or something. That was good. But that time was anyways far ahead. Eons, practically. So the question was, what would you do until then? The answer is obvious. You would prepare for the next exam, of course, which was right about next week. Of course, you didn't want it to study or anything, because it was not fun, but you decided you would do it anyways. And therefore, you planned to study the topic that you were going to write about in a structured and organized way. And this structured and organized way was no other strategy than putting it all at the last day before the exam and going over the topic one time. Though you justified this action by saying that this one time you would put 100% into it. Confidently and secured, you would open up Clash of Clans and further reinforce your defenses for the entire week. After you got back your test you have obviously failed, you weren't really satisfied with the results. Of course, your teachers didn't understand that you were fighting at two fronts, having to study for the exam and also fending off potential attackers in your clan. Motivated with this new experience, you decided that studying it all wasn't worth it at all. Why reading a page about the mitochondria, which you would forget the second after anyways, when you could be playing tic-tac-toe with your tablemate? Fortunately, your tablemate was female as well, which was a double win. You thought to yourself, man, I'm really getting ahead of myself. I'm getting beyond friendship zone without saying a word. But after the lesson ended and you finally thought, now it's the time, you tried to open your mouth and she says something like, Ew, it tries to talk. Crushed and shattered on the ground, you've just decided to not ever do that again. Which is probably the reason you're single right now and trying your best on Tinder. I humbly thank all of you who have watched to this part of the video, and I would really implore you to go down below and smash that like button for me, and obviously also subscribe, because that's what you do when you finish the video completely to the last second. Thank you!